Welcome, everybody.
That's my line! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wild of Wildemount campaign. My name is Frigid Hyperion, and this will be part 2 for session 20. And joining us is Lily as Windchime, Rocky as Edward, Kale is Brine, Quinn is currently unavailable, but we still have an Amo with us, and I'm playing as Moonzik. And Emily, the Dungeon Master, the floor is yours.
After having spent a few days lounging about doing whatever it is that you're doing, a couple of you got a letter in the form of a carried by a seagull and dropped on the front doorstep. Like receiving a newspaper. Letters appear then the morning after that. Couple of days, basically, which I need to specify. Each of you has, I'm going to add 3 days. Windchime received 2 letters, and Chime received 1.
Woo!
You guys already had the opportunity to look at those.
Mm-hmm.
Say it's breakfast.
Are we all around the table?
Absolutely.
Windchime is eating an apple, but as she's reading her second letter, she drops the apple on the floor.
I'm going to attempt to catch it with Mage Hand.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw?
It's with Mage Hand?
I understand.
It's still, like, you're...
Alright, I mean, it legitimately doesn't matter between charisma and dexterity. Genuinely, it's just...
I don't know. I didn't know what, like...
It's still, like, your reaction time.
Yeah, fair.
So DM's discretion.
Yep.
I would say you're no less... It's not fancy, but you do catch it. Barely. You catch it, though. Whoop. But your hand is, like, covering the part that was bit.
Well, it's the Mage Hand. It has no...
That's true.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, alright. And I just place it on the table in front of Windchime.
Oh no, oh my goodness.
What happened?
I forgot to send letters back to my parents.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So, how furious are they with you?
I just feel really bad. I left them all alone. I basically deserted them because I thought I wanted to, like, make a name for myself and be a hero, but they're gonna have to sell the house.
Wait, what?
No one's gonna want to buy it. Because of the gnolls.
No.
What gnolls?
The gnolls in my town, these terrible creatures come every night and terrorize us.
Not necessarily every night, but yes. There is an infestation of gnolls.
I mean, alright.
I think my parents are in danger.
That is a fair assumption.
I mean, if you were being attacked by gnolls literally every night, then that would be quite dangerous to subject someone to.
So what you're saying is Edward's trip has to be put on hold while we go save your family from Knowles? Alright, sounds fun. Sounds heroic. Let's go. And she's literally getting up.
Yes, I suppose your current state of matter is more of an emergency than mine, so it should probably take precedent.
I mean, I didn't mean, like, I'm sure we can look for your parents too, or do it, like, maybe make a stop.
We'll find something else out. We have to leave anyway.
Where exactly is where is your home exactly? I forget.
This is definitely something I should remember.
All field.
Moonzik pulls out a map of Wildemount.
I'm pulling it up.
Oh my god!
Oh, damn.
So sorry. It hurts.
Sounded like it did.
Oh, really, really close to the Ash Keeper Peaks. Would you look at that? I mean, what?
I'm so sorry.
Oh god.
It hurts.
Sounds like it.
Are you okay?
I'm sneezing. My eyes, my allergies are acting up.
I was gonna say
this is
allergies are a
awful.
bitch.
My parents live in the village Allfield.
Outfield.
I'm so
Trying to
sorry. I'll
think. We have to go through a pass for that, don't we?
Here, I'll give you.
That's-
Probably.
That is not an easy journey, or it's not reachable by sea.
That is really far, actually.
Yeah, it's it's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Well, looking at the map, we could probably ship over to Nicodranas. I accidentally left the game. Give me a second.
Oh,
We could
I'm so sorry.
ship over. We could probably get on our ship, head over to Nicodranas, and purchase some horses or other form of transit, and go upwards.
I wonder if there is someone. Perhaps one of. I keep forgetting the judge that we've spoken to before. Or I wonder if Judge Renette is able to get in touch with someone in Nicodranas that would be able to lend us those that kind of transport.
There's that. Nicodranas is also where I'm from. So, well, I don't have very much. We could check in with my friends, maybe have at least a place to stay if we get there at night, and start out the next morning. That way I could see my friends.
Should we rush there right now?
Well, I mean, Noel's attacking every night. We don't want to be too late, do we?
Yes, I suppose. Should we head out right now or tomorrow?
What time is it?
It's morning. It's breakfast.
We should head.
Yeah.
We should head out.
I think we should
we've
pack
got
some stuff.
pack up whatever extras we have here. Let Janor and whoever else is on the island, I kind of forget, know where we're going. Ask them to keep the place, operable. I know they do a great job already and are enjoying having a place over their head and food.
All right, I'll leave them a note saying that we'll be gone for quite a bit when we help out Windchime's family. Should we leave some money for them just in case they need to do something?
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
All right, I'll write that down the note. Should we take the money from the funds, or do you want me to personally supply it?
Moonzik can supply some of it as well.
I have no money. I spent it all giving back, paying my debts for the rod of the pack keeper.
How long do you think we'll be going for? I can spare perhaps maybe 10 gold.
The shipments of food are going to continue to come, right?
That's true.
I hope so.
So, I mean, they'll be well supplied.
Well, okay. I'm gonna immediately pull out a piece of paper and start penning down a note. Saying,
Oh, actually, give me 1 day. I want to look for something. If we're going to be gone for a while, it would be nice to come back to some sort of improvement on our progress. And I'm gonna look for assassin berry seeds.
You can pretty easily find a couple of assassin berry seeds.
I'm going to I don't want to roleplay through this. Even though, but I would like to talk to Bellwether and ask if he'd be willing to plant, and then leave him with the thing that allows him to speak with plants. Given that has the most experience with this at this point.
I'd say entrusting him into planting a plant that could potentially consume people is not quite a smart choice, given how dangerous it is.
He is the most, knowledgeable.
It's still very, very dangerous and relatively irresponsible to be doing something like this.
He seems to know the most about assassin berry plants more than anybody, really.
Let's just ask him if he's comfortable.
Doesn't mean there's isn't risk associated.
If he's comfortable, I trust him. If he's not comfortable,
you are going to be held accountable.
For what? Trusting a friend?
I'm just saying, doing this is dangerous.
What isn't
I want
dangerous?
you to acknowledge that there are risks with leaving.
I acknowledge it. I also acknowledge that I trust this man, and that I believe he could do this. If he does not agree that he can do this, we will not plant them. I'm not planting them willy-nilly. At the end of the day, if we wish to make good wine out of the berries, we should have, the berries being grown.
It just seems like relatively irresponsible, given that he doesn't have a botanist background in order to accompany that. He was mostly here making cheeses and wines. I feel like handling the plants directly, even if it's with the Charmer Plant Command, is still a very dangerous and, I would say, relatively irresponsible task to be making someone like him shoulder.
I'm not making him do anything. I'm asking him if he can. If it's out of his ability, he doesn't have to do it. Fuck's sakes.
I understand your concern, Edward, but I mean, I feel like Brian has a point.
It's not about making him, it's about the fact that there's a risk that comes with it.
Oh my god.
Listen, Edward, there is a risk for any one of us to tend to these plants, let alone another person. I think it'd be okay to let Bellwether handle this. The risks are the same for him, just as they would be for one of us.
And if he's not okay handling
He doesn't have the means of dealing with it if it goes out of control.
Alright.
Hey, Rocky, remember that bit when we said that we're not supposed to roleplay this? Because,
legitimately, the big question is, could Bellwether tend to and keep these plants under control? Yes or no?
And if it would take, like we've talked about before, it would take a good long while for them to mature enough to be an adult plant.
Absolutely. The question is whether or not he could oversee that process safely, and whether he
Safely? I'm sure he thinks he could. Absolutely.
All right.
He's not in any danger of being eaten by these plants.
Okay.
Not in a few weeks. Or I guess it would be a month or two.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was worried about, right?
So
Yeah. He's not at risk of being eaten by the plants. Do take a while to grow.
yeah. So
But as long as you guys aren't if you're spending several months, that's a very big difference.
I'm going to
give you an example. I should specify this because I think you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
By road, traveling from Nicodranas to Allfield, it's probably going to take you 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So 4 weeks to and back, and
That's
then
about
however
it.
much time the actual adventure takes.
And then also the ship, getting the ship. So,
give or take a month.
right.
Yeah, over a month.
Yeah, it's likely 2 months, but we're talking about plants that probably reach maturity or dangerous in 6 months or so, is what I'm guessing.
Quite possibly, yeah. They're not a rapid growing plant, and if you're not giving them a really high protein rich diet.
So in that case, I'm gonna give him the seeds. I'm gonna ask him if he's okay with tending to them.
Totally.
And then we can deal with finding a person strong enough to subdue them, and also with enough experience to grow them. I can think of one person immediately. While we're out, and maybe bring them back. But this way we're not losing 2 months of grow time on the plants we're trying to grow. Alright.
Cool.
Right.
And we'll make our way. We're in Broken Bank already.
I just want to specify this. Knowing that you're going to be gone for 2 months, approximately, who else are you going to tell? You don't have to roleplay it if you don't want to. And also, does knowing that it's going to be about a 2-month trip change any plans? Do you want to make a pit stop? Do you want to stop by? I know it takes you a while. It's much faster to travel via ship. So if you were going to go to Palmaflora or going to go to Port Damali before you head out, you have to consider that.
Right.
Because it does take a while. And that is time that you wouldn't be able to. And your crew will not come with you.
Right. They'd stay in Nicodranas.
Right.
I'm going to Port Damali.
Okay.
I'm going there.
I wouldn't mind going to Port Damali at all. There's something I gotta take care of there as well.
Yeah, I
You
suppose.
you could always stop at Palmaflora too. I know.
I was going to suggest that as well. If we wanted to stop at Palmaflora, it is on the way to Port Damali.
How much longer would it take?
It's literally, here's Broken Bank.
No. How much longer would it take to take a day stop in both Palmaflora and Port Damali?
So you're going to be adding about 5-6 days. Probably
Windchime?
approximately.
That's not
Windchime?
bad.
These are your parents. That's about a week.
Honestly, we've been dealing with the Knoll since I was a little devil, so they I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they're tired. So if we go to Palmaflora to look for Edward's parents, I think that would still be okay.
All right.
At least look for clues.
If we're doing that, didn't you say you had a friend in the area of Palmaflora and Port Damali that you wanted to talk to?
Was that me?
Yeah.
I actually just got a letter from, he lives in Fairlin. I actually just got a letter from him. And I'm gonna read it out. Hey strangers, so I know you're off doing whatever it is, you do. I haven't heard from you in a long while. It's been, like, nearly a month. Anyway, just let me know if you're safe. I heard Flora Isle sank. I'm pretty certain that you were abouts in Palmaflora as that old man. I don't want to have to find a new roommate or anything, so let me know if you're alive. Dardek. So, I mean, as we're heading to Phelan, well, while we're in Port Damali, I can have that letter sent so I don't have to worry about the finer points of it.
So, I wanted to offer this all to you. It would add significant amount of time to your journey. However, you also have an operating ship.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could, hypothetically, have the Wave Chaser come with you, explore Palmaflora, do whatever it is you gotta do there, then go up to Port Damali, do whatever it is you gotta go there, have them leave you in Port Damali. You can either A, get another ship, or make your way and walk from Port Damali down to Phelan. If you wanted to stop there, and then walk from Phelan to Nicodranas up to Allfield. If you weren't in a rush.
I feel like we're more in a rush, though, so it would just take the ship from
I mean,
Port Damali to
It's up
Nicodranas.
to you, and it's particularly up to Windchime, because she has the context of the situation.
Right. It's
Yeah.
entirely up to you what our journey, how fast our journey has to take.
Why would we... Wait, we would send the ship...
You would basically let the ship go collect money by itself by doing various jobs.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And they would be able to go back and forth between Broken Bank and Port Damali, or make other little stops along the way.
Yeah.
You could, hypothetically, also keep the crew with you as you go from Port Damali if you wanted to stop in Phelan.
We could just
You
have
could.
them. We could just have them moored off the coast as we take the paddle boat onto the coast, so we don't have to pay fees that way.
Yes, you could.
Circumventing. That's a possibility.
Additionally, if you're planning on being gone for 2 months, it's kind of important that you pay the grocery fees, or adjust the rates
grocery
with
fees.
what's his face, so that Razor Hill, comes, and we're not wasting food, and making sure that Janor and Barrett and
Whoever else.
whoever else needs to get back and forth to the island.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I should also pay ICE as well.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we should definitely let the ship make some money. I'm sure everything's gonna be okay, but I just really, I really appreciate that we're going to check on my parents and my little sister.
Okay.
Yeah, we should probably add some funding just so that the inhabitants on the island have sufficient food and supplies in order to inhabit this. Where should we acquire that funding? Should we pay it personally, or do you want to take it out of the ship's funds?
I don't want to take it out of the ship's... I don't want to, at least. Just because...
Well, if we're gonna be gone for the time we are, letting the ship do the jobs definitely helps offset the cost. We have a very capable crew.
Indeed we do.
And I'm sure they've been annoyed being left in dry dock for a couple of weeks now already.
Very annoyed based off their drinking habits.
They're probably bored. If anything.
Yeah. Let's drop off. Let's whenever we make it, we'll keep the foldable boat to ourselves, which does have a sailing mode, which could help us if we truly get stranded. But let's let our crew do their jobs.
I agree. I'm sure that DeJacque and Heidi and basically everyone's itching to get back out on the sea.
Yeah.
I mean, name a price. How much do we have to pay in order to keep the services running for the island? How much would we have to pay individually?
Well, let's figure out the total first. 2 months of groceries and making sure that they can get back and forth with Razor Hill.
Windchime, you brokered that deal.
I did. I definitely wrote it down somewhere. In one of my various documents.
Then just at a glance, how many days are in a month in Wildemount or in this world?
31.
31. Okay, 31 times 2 times whatever the rate is would be that much silver.
I don't have it where I put it.
Give me a second here. I'm gonna try to.
Oh, holy shit, that's gorgeous. Okay, sorry for a minute. She just walked in with this like beautiful pink flamingo feathered jacket.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Don Quixote do Flamingo?
Where did you get that?
From Mike. He doesn't want it. I think.
Oh god.
It was like a silver a day or something.
Hold on, I'm going back and looking.
Well,
Well? No.
Well.
That's a hole in the ground. And just like that, I'm kicked out of the campaign.
Yes,
Welcome
no
to
more
Wildemount.
person who is streaming.
That's right, because it was before the Pit of Hatred.
I'm sure there's been a couple times where my smartassery is has attempted to kicking me out of the campaign, the dream campaign.
This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
That's okay. I can cut this part out. There's a lot of quiet time.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm really looking. I know for a fact we
It's
said
okay.
it.
It's
I'm
okay.
just trying to go back through the sessions here.
That's okay.
It's also very difficult to understand what's going on, skipping back through it when you guys are talking with the exact same voices. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, Emily.
It's interesting. Okay. So it would have to be in reunion.
When we talked about the
Yeah.
podcast. Well, no, it might have been not on an official one because we did like a whole session where it wasn't an official session, and I like we.
Oh, we were our planning session. I feel like we
Yeah.
talked about it though.
No, I remember I was in the, we were, like, basically waiting while, Windchime had this whole thing. It was right after the one where we were there,
Oh.
and,
Yeah,
I think it was, like, a gold a day?
or a silver. I don't remember. It might have been a gold.
Well, I think it's a gold a day, including food supplies,
Right.
because he charges per person 2 silver.
Right. And a gold a day,
trip.
including, food supplies.
That would make
I think
sense.
I think that's what we're gonna go with.
Okay.
Which
So-
is 30 gold a day, which is 30 gold a month.
It would be 31 a month. 62.
I think we rounded. The guy gets a Sunday off now and then again.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, we could say 60 gold total for that.
Yeah, and that's
That's for transportation.
plenty of food.
Oh,
That's plenty of transportation. That's including, yeah.
That's including.
Yeah.
Okay. 60, that's not too bad. Divided by, if we wanted to split this evenly, that's 12 gold per person. Windchime, do you still have, or not Windchime, Brian, did you have the means to do that, or?
I can do 12.
Okay.
I now have, I have to pay it all in silver.
She counts it out. 1, 2.
So,
That is 120 silver!
That is 120 silver.
Huh!
I now have 75 silver left.
Oh no! Alright. 12.
I
from
took all the
Nemo.
silver because and didn't take any gold because Nemo might have had a silver problem. I know he doesn't now, but like
Good
it felt
lord!
weird. It felt weird at the time.
That feels like racism.
Racism, it's ignorance.
Is that any better?
Nothing. Say nothing.
I've taken gold out of Anemo and out of Moonzix.
Alrighty then. Anything else that you guys would want to do?
No, not really. I can't think of anything.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay,
Everybody.
so now that we have that arranged, yeah, we'll say goodbye to everybody. Now that we have that arranged, did we decide on a course of what we're doing? Are we going by land from Port Damali or going by ship? What are we doing, guys?
I mean,
I'm all for.
I'm not really quite sure.
I'm all for stopping at Palma Flora, then going to Port Damali, then taking the ship from Port Damali to Port Zune, with mooring just outside of Phelan to drop off the letter. Or just yeah.
Or to say hi.
Or to say hi, yeah.
Sure, if that works.
All right.
Perhaps you were talking about another friend who could help with the growing process and was strong enough to adventure with you. That might be. What was his name?
Are you talking about Brom?
Ah, yes, that's right.
I'm not sure. I sent him a letter a few weeks ago, or a week or so ago. I haven't heard back from him quite yet, and I'm not sure how his ventures with restarting his farm is going. If anything, we could. If I get letter from him, we could. I don't know. It kind of depends on if I hear back from him and how things are going.
Alright. Perhaps on our way back then?
Probably. I will keep in touch with him if he decides to write back. How I'm going to keep in touch with him, I'm not entirely sure, but I'll find a way.
Alrighty. So, you guys are spending your last night. I'm assuming preparations, the like, saying goodbyes take all day. Do you guys want to roleplay any of the goodbyes?
I'm excited.
I'm good, at least for right now.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm okay.
Alrighty. Then we're going to flash forward. I'm going to update the days. We are going to be hanging about on this particular map. It's easier to see, a little clearer.
Yeah.
Actually, that is inaccurate. You guys
Are down here.
are... Yes.
Actually, this is a perfect map for us, because this has Alfield as well.
It does have Allfield on it. I didn't realize it still had Allfield on it.
Nice.
So... the plan is to go here,
Simple.
here. Then we're planning on walking up the Gilded Roadway, correct?
Here.
I thought we
On to
were...
Phelan?
We're going to Port Zune.
We're going to Port Zune.
Yeah.
Well, we were stopping it in Phelan, so this makes sense.
I mean, either
And
way... Yeah. We could just walk
up to
there
you.
because if we just leave the ship in Port Damali, that gives them a sooner time to just start out on jobs. That's probably
Right.
That's probably best.
We head to Phelan, Port Zune, Nicodranas. We should grab horses or something else in Port Damali to
Speed up our adventures.
increase our pace.
Yes.
This is really annoying. There we go. Okay. Follow here. Cross this. Around the Plum Groves into Phelan. From Phelan, you're planning on continuing the Gilded Roadway to Nicodranas. And then Nicodranas. Whoops.
And then
And
just
if
kind
in
of.
all that travels we find nothing interesting, I will be very, very confused.
I'm sure.
Okay.
That means that we haven't been looking hard enough.
So, I just wanted to clarify for you. It's the normal. Normally, it takes you like 3 days to Palmaflora, 3 days to Port Damali,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is about twice the amount of time it would take you if you were to walk. I mean, half the amount of time it would take you to walk, I should say. So then from Port Damali to Phelan, you're looking at about a week. Phelan to Nicodranas, another week. Nicodranas all the way up to Allfield 2.
Yep.
All right.
It
Yep.
will be several months, and we'll make sure that especially Bellwether knows this, and that if they get to if they start to get dangerous, obviously he can try and talk them down, but if they do start to get dangerous, I'm gonna actually ask if there's some way we can confine them if they got aggressive.
Bellwether's like, I don't know. But you guys were just talking about that wizard guy.
We'll ask him during our day of planning if there's a way of containing aggressive plants.
Or possibly, if he has his wand of true polymorph under control, he could transform some stuff into protein.
Mm,
But that's asking a lot.
that is asking a lot. My whole thing is, hey, if something gets out of control, we're going to be out for a while. Do you think you could, as a huge favor to us, make sure our friend doesn't die to these dangerous plants we're trying to cultivate?
He says, "Oh, dangerous plants? I would be interested to take a look."
We're just growing them, but they're assassin berries. One of our friends, Bellwether, is going to be growing them, but he's not much of a specialist when it comes to combating them. If they were to grow angry or out of control, essentially we just have a charm that he has to help him talk to them and make some sort of deal. So we can harvest the berries and they can live, all of that. But under the circumstance where they grow too strong or out of control, we'd rather he not perish.
You see him sigh. I suppose if you guys are going to be gone for a few months, bring me back something good. And he takes a few moments to write down a list of ingredients that he wants you to be on the lookout for. And I promise you I will send them to you.
All right. I did have a question for you. If I were to ask you about the possible creation of an amulet of health, what ingredient should I be on the lookout for?
An amulet of health. That is an interesting one. Weirdly enough, I did already pre-prepare this one. Gotta find it in my notes.
Would that even be within his scope of capability?
It's an infused item. Also, I'm asking him if he can. He can. If he can't, he can't.
He says, well, I suppose I would need a gold chain and disc, a tuft of fur from a werebear, and 20 leaves from a devil's blood leaf.
All right.
That should be fine.
So that was essentially the amulet thing: gold chain and plate
This,
and disc.
this, a tuft of a tuft of fur from a werebear.
From a where?
And 20 leaves from Devil's Bloodleaf.
Devil's blood leaf. What does Devil's blood leaf look like, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it is a very rare it is a very rare plant. I mean, only a few instances of this red and yellow flower exist, as it only blooms once every few decades. However, the leaf of the flower are as large and bold in red in color. We have historical instances of it since basically the dawn of mankind. Back in the Age of Arcanum, it used to be a very popular decoration around the homes and gardens, but it has since become one of the more rare plants in the world. People have rumored to say that it gives immense vitality and health to those who can, properly prepare it.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll keep a lookout for these ingredients.
I will send you a picture because I think that's fun.
Ooh.
And it is considered a very rare item.
I'm aware.
Oh, it'll be a while
what?
before we can even
Wait,
find-
is it very rare or?
The flower is the plant is very rare.
Is very the amulet of health is
Rare.
rare.
I mean, 19
like-
con is a lot of con.
It is. So finding the plant is very rare. Cultivating it would be much harder than making the amulet itself. So that makes sense.
Yeah, like it can't, like it has to be really, because remember, this is like multiple ASI, right? It's really.
Absolutely. It's all in con. I'm aware that it's strong. This is something I want to work on getting. Right.
Yeah. Long-term goals.
Long-term goals are good. I'm
Well,
not
we'll keep
expecting
our
to
eyes
find the flower
peeled.
in the next episode.
We'll keep our eyes peeled for any such instances of items being found on those lists. You said a werebear? Tuft of fur from a werebear? Guess we'll keep our eyes out for
And-
that too.
20 flowers,
20 leaves.
20 leaves.
The issue with you can take the leaves, no issues. But the easiest way to recognize, the most obvious way, is when the flower is in bloom. But it only blooms for a few weeks every decade or so.
So, if we're observant, we might be able to recognize the plant at a different point.
Right. But it would be very difficult unless it's in bloom.
Alright, so anybody here got an incredible nature skill? No?
We need to
Alright.
get an incredible nature
I know
skill
a
that would
Nemo
have a little
has
bit of
pro-
magical assistance.
Nemo has proficiency.
Alright, well, we'll keep an eye out. Hopefully we get lucky on the trail.
Nature is an intelligence, so I have a +4.
Also us. Picks a leaf from every single plant using identify until we get lucky.
That is something you could do.
Are you
But,
saying
10
lucky
minutes
as
before-
in the actual luck, or lucky as in the feat?
No, luck. As in,
Well, I mean, either way.
luck as in how much dice luck you-
Whichever one comes first.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep our eyes out for any such items. I suppose it's worth asking either way, but do you know if you could make or how to get an arcane grimoire?
Let me see here. That one I didn't have pre-prepared.
Then I guess that's a no.
Hold on.
There's a common item that you should be on the lookout for, Edward. It makes sure your spellbook can't be lost or damaged.
What's shot? I mean, I don't think there's anything that could make it not lost or damaged. That's why I was so hard pressed to get locate object. I believe every wizard should at least consider acquiring that spell, just so that they'd have an easier time finding a spellbook if they ever were to lose it.
Just a fun one called the Clockwork Amulet, which we might.
So, Ring of Spell Storing. I know it's not what you asked for, but that was the one that I pre-prepared.
Oh.
So because I figured somebody was going to ask about that one. I didn't think about the Arcane Grimoire. To craft it, he tells you that you will need an ivory strip 6 by 1 inch, a handful of decaying leaves from the Kessar Tavanthar tree.
How do you spell that?
Very carefully.
Quuess apostrophe AR apostrophe TER
Oh God.
ANTHVAR.
Sorry, I asked.
Honestly.
And full of decaying leaves from that tree.
7 golden leaves from that tree. 500 gold worth of ruby dust. A large glass flask with a 1-inch opening. A cork, wax, and an 8 by 14 inch at least strip of wool. And a leather pouch.
We have the wool!
I missed, so first one was a 6 by 1 inch.
Ivory strip.
Ivory.
I'll be honest, Rocky, I did not get this one, so if you'll send me your notes, that would be helpful. The students can help each other out, right?
7 golden leaves, 500 ruby dust.
A handful of decaying leaves as well.
Wait a second, this just, for the 500 gold pieces worth of ruby dust is just worth more than the ring back in Port Damali.
What?
We aren't talking about that.
We aren't talking about that, and we aren't talking about that item that definitely got bought by now.
That definitely, I absolutely
Raise the price? Yeah.
fixed the cost of that session.
Yeah. Yeah.
You missed your chance.
Stop sounding so sad.
So an ivory strip,
Yeah.
6 by 1 inch, a handful of decaying leaves from the quat tree.
That tree.
7 golden leaves from the quat tree.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby dust worth 500 gold. A large glass flask with a 1-inch opening, cork and wax. 8 by 14 inch at least strip of wool and a leather pouch.
8 by 14 inch.
Yes. At least.
Well, yeah, okay.
Stop sounding so sad.
Where's the... No, never mind.
To tell you, because I will tell you here. Just for your information, in casual conversation with talking with him, these are the things that he thinks he has the capability of making. An amulet of health, an animated shield, an arrow of slaying, a bag of holding, a bead of force, boots of elven kind, broom of flying, cape of the mountain bank, cloak of displacement, cloak of invisibility, Bern's instant fortress, dragon tooth dagger, dragon scale mail, dust of dryness, elixir of health, flame tongue, gem of seeing, and ring of spell storing. Those are the ones that I've got pre-prepared for him to know. If you want to learn anything outside of those, you will need to help him design a formula. But this is all of the information that he thinks that he could make, and he has theorized. Not a guarantee, nothing is a guarantee, but he thinks that he might be able to, and I have instructions for it.
All right. I'll be honest, I did not get that list. I could not write everything down fast enough.
Okay.
One did.
We'll just not worry about that for now and wait until later when she posts a list. And for now, let's just focus on the actual adventure at hand.
Yep.
Also, broom of flying. Jeez.
Yeah. Right?
Again, these are things that he thinks he can do.
Yeah.
But
So-
doesn't.
That doesn't necessarily mean he'll succeed. We're aware.
Yeah. Boots of elven kind for moonsick, though.
So much fun.
It's just advantage on stealth for silently moving around.
So much
That's
fun.
the list.
So much fun. Especially with invisibility on his ass. Because the only
Yeah.
thing. Alright. Thank you so much. You've been so helpful.
Of course, of course. Of course, I expect, with a lot of these magical items, it does take quite a few work weeks for me in order to be able to actually make them once I have the ingredients.
Of course.
And, of course, there might be some sort of monetary...
Of course.
Yeah,
You need to be rewarded for hard work. Is there any magical ingredients for your own research you were interested in? That way, if we see them on
He
the...
did hand you a
road.
list earlier. I just don't
okay,
have them right now.
yeah.
I wasn't like I knew you guys were going to leave Port Damali. I didn't prepare for you guys to go on a 2-month adventure.
That's
So, which is fine. I definitely don't mind. Like I just
We're doing stuff.
right. I just
Okay.
was. It's gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more out and then back kind of thing, but like absolutely, we want to make this all one trek. Absolutely. I'm so down for it.
Also, that leaves random road encounters. Lots of fun.
Yep, lots of cool stuff. So, it gives me a really nice timeline for the next several sessions.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of the next several sessions, is there anything else you guys want to clear up now here? Oh, I should actually put. I forgot. I didn't put that one on there. That's an important one. It accidentally didn't copy that one on over. There we go. And I also added sending stones to that list.
Ooh, that's a very important one.
But I will. I'm going to hand wave over that. Out of session, I will get you guys a master list of all of the ingredients that you all can share on the Roll20 thing.
Okay.
Nice.
So that
Also,
you
would
guys
I have a nature check on what that quack tree is?
Oh.
The quack tree. We're very interested in the quack tree.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Cassandra tree.
Go ahead. I would like to say a lot of these ingredients can be very difficult to find, and you would. It might be one of those things you could come across them on your adventures, but a lot of them you're going to have to look for. So, go ahead and roll me that nature check.
Whoops, that was with advantage. Take the first one. 2 nat 20s! But we're only taking
Hey!
one, so,
But it's only going to count for one because it's not
you
advantage.
know what? Screenshot this moment. There's a 1 in 400 chance that this would happen.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking amazing.
Doesn't matter. Both rolls are the same. It's 20.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Better than 2 nat 2s, right, Kale?
I feel like two nat ones, Cameron. Two
Oh, it was 2
natural
nat
ones.
1s? I thought it was 2 nat 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I just
no.
stole your luck and put it all into this one roll.
It's the exact same math too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? We'll talk about it later if you don't have it now. Just like focus on this.
But yeah, I do. I do have. I'm sorry. I have so many fucking notes. If you guys can't tell. Okay. Anyway, do you know how many tabs I have open?
At least
As a DM, yes, I do. Yes, all of the time, and I interest you in everything all of the time.
Okay, so I will just remind me later before I forget. So, was there anything else you need to do?
Nope.
Wonderful. You guys make your way to Palmaflora.
fast forward in time.
I love fast travel.
Yes, yes. Fast travel. Did I really archive that? I knew we were coming back. I accidentally archived that. Give me a second.
Whoops.
Alright. You all make your way to the coast of Palmaflora. A familiar sight for most of you. As
Highlights most.
a familiar sight for most of you, as you can see here on your third day, off into the distance, the familiar coastline. I would like to mention at this point in time, you haven't had too many troubles with weather causing you issues. However, as you pull in to pull near the coast, the Jarkle is quick to mention to you, Moonzik, that, which you are now out on the sea, by the way.
Yeah.
You're Moonzik all the time.
Yep.
Yep.
She is quick to tell you that she
Yes, Moonzik.
believes, I do believe a storm might be coming soon. Look at the clouds over there. Dark and brooding.
I see them. Could be bad. Would it be better to pull the ship closer to the shore and drop anchor?
I would say so.
Let's do that then.
Where are you? How close are you going? Are you going near, like, where the island sunk? Off to the side, where... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you could drop an anchor right on top of the island. Like,
I could. That would feel weirdly... I don't know. I feel
sacrilege.
like... Sacrilegious, yeah. I'm not going to drop it right on the island. I feel like that's wrong. I'm going to drop it off of the coast of Palmaflora Actual.
Okay.
More off to the east side.
Alrighty. As you lay... Time is passing now, isn't it? As you set anchor down just off to the east of the where the sunken isle is, what would you like to do? What is the plan?
Grab the folding boat. Yeah, just grab the folding boat and just make our way to towards the shore, and then investigate, I guess, if there's anyone left in Palmaflora. If there's not, then we're just gonna have free reign. If there are people left, kind of start asking questions. Unless it's nighttime, in which case, I don't know.
I do specifically want to ask what direction you want to go in, Rocky, to start this investigation. Because where you look changes answers.
I'm gonna ask Augury. I'm gonna ritual cast Augury, and I'm gonna, will it give me back like a good result, bad result, or neutral, or no response in response to like an investigation or anything?
I would like to say immediately, upon pulling it, you know that there is still a small city. Palmaflora proper exists. It's just the Flora Isle that's sunk.
Right.
And we're at Flora Isle, or
you're just like where you are currently, where the Isle sunk. It's not hard to get to the mainland.
Yeah, I'm still gonna ask Augury, right? Basically, a good or bad result. And I'm gonna ritual cast that.
What question are you asking?
just like how would the search turn out?
I need more specific than that.
I feel like the spell's purpose is not to be, to give a vague answer, but if you want a more specific question, it's
You're
would there
like,
be
well,
traces
like,
of my rift? Would there be traces of what I am searching for in where I am
okay.
at?
Well, send augury to chat so I know exactly what I'm getting into.
Yeah. All right. Opening up my character sheet because I have spells, and spells do things.
Yeah, you receive an omen from an otherworldly entity about the result of a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
So the search, right? The investigation.
So I need you to tell me what specific course of action you plan to take in the next 30 minutes.
I plan to search for traces of anything that could relate back to my parents, the rifts, or my work, like the work of my parents.
So it's specific, so I'm going to ask you to tell me where you're planning on looking.
I'm intending to look. I mean, obviously underneath the water, right? I would say like sunken, like in the ruins of the sunken island, around that area.
Wheel and woe.
Okay. Edward is going to clutch his casting component for that spell. Sort of
To
emboldened but
ice, right?
cautious. He's going to turn to the party. He's going to say, "Well, the spirits have told me something to the effects that good and bad results will come out of this. So I feel like we should proceed because there might be something there, but we should be cautionate that there might be something else lurking that we aren't quite looking for.
So proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. But at least this is a good sign or an indication that something in there is good enough to be considered real. Therefore, something good enough there is worth searching for when diving down."
Understood.
Alright.
Everybody got
should
their
we
helmets
wait?
on?
Should we wait to dive until the storm passes?
That's a good question. Captain, what do you think?
I'm trying to think about that myself. I don't think the waves are going to affect us too much once we're under the water. But coming back up and trying to get on board of the ship might be a different story. DeJarco, how long of a storm do you think it's going to be?
I would say it probably would be here in about an hour, maybe a little less than. For how bad it does look pretty intense.
We don't want to be caught down there. But you guys only have an hour anyway, so
It could
So should we just go for it? Your call, Captain.
We could go for it, and then, and in terms of our paddle boat, I can always keep it in place with this pin here. And I think
the more time we spend talking about it, the less time we have. Let's go.
let's go
I
for
agree.
it.
We should make haste. I'm going to put on my helmet and dive in.
Alrighty. Making your way into back into the abyss. Not Abyss. Not really. We've talked about the Abyss now. We know it's not the Abyss.
To the
It looks a
sunken
little. It looks a little different than the last time you remember it, but this is your remembered visual.
Things have decayed a little bit more.
I mean, things have decayed a little bit more. There's a lot less debris. Some people, probably those who care, have come down and picked up any remaining belongings, if there were any.
Shit, we never looked for that. Right, we were. Right, I wasn't there.
Edward is going to pull a big brain, galaxy brain move. So he knows that his parents must have been here somewhere, right? Or at least around this general vicinity. And he knows that Augury said that good and bad results come out from the search. And by putting those two together, he can assume that there's something that, a trace of where his parents would have left, that would have, indicated that they were here and there was something of value to be found from investigating this. So by putting those two together, he's going to cast Locate Object. And the object that he's locating is hair from his parents. Even if it's a single strand, he would know that they would have been at this location at one point for a period of time.
Doesn't hair float?
Hmm?
Doesn't hair float?
It could have been buried somewhere. It's like as good of a guess as mine, right?
Fair.
It's been a really long time.
Would that not work? Yeah.
And an entire island has sunk. I'm going to say you don't have to spend the time and what stuff for Locate Object. I think you probably know that that's not going to work out well for you.
Yeah. Okay.
But I actually have.
Could it be that there's a specific item that they had left behind in a haste?
I was left with the mention
You
of
would-
any items.
Yeah, you would have to say something.
I mean, I guess if it's not a particular thing, we can start by looking around the residential quarters. They would have had to at least stay somewhere. Probably an inn or tavern location where the ruins were.
That would be a good place to start. We could always...
Pancake is in chat, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Just
should
your-
probably go and unmute him. We should probably...
Proceeds to play battle music.
We could always go and take a look inside the inn that we were going to be staying at before, everything happens.
Oh, maybe we can check in the center of the statue. I don't know why, but I'm getting a feeling that something's underneath the center statue in the middle of the place.
Why would there be something underneath the statue?
I don't know, something to do with that. I get the feeling.
Let's trust this one. Let's trust this feeling.
Alrighty, I'll go with it. It's your search after all.
We are going to investigate the cooling mist that is the center of the statue. The plaza.
God
This
damn
statue.
you.
Okay.
That is a meme from not this campaign.
No context.
No context. No further context pertaining to the statement will be provided. Investigation check, I'm assuming?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Moonzik and Anemo keeping an eye out for any potential enemies. Or
I'm keeping an eye out for potential friends.
I'm
Optimism.
keeping an eye out for potential clues.
Ah.
We're all keeping our eyes out for potential clues.
Windchime is just keeping her eye.
A
Windchime.
very dangerous fish that's not a shark, but potential threat. Soggin, potential
A
friend.
real Ukatoa?
Yeah, actually
Right in front of us?
Ukatoa.
Literally Ukatoa. Ukatoa falls, everybody dies.
Fuck. Oops, all Ukatoa.
Oops, all Ukatoa.
As go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I'm going to cast Enhance ability as I'm doing this.
I'm gonna guide him.
Yes.
I
All of them are.
am doing investigating. I would be spamming guidance on people helping.
Yeah.
I need to remember to say that beforehand. I know, but
Nice.
So far, 23 plus.
Plus the D4 for a 225.
Okay. In the center of the sunken floor aisle, fallen over, collapsed, and crumbling, you see the body parts of a statue of who you believe, you would know this, is Cord, the Stormlord. You remember that this Cord is the patron deity of what was most of Pomoflora's shark hunters. While the pool that you vaguely remember the statue stood upon had been filled with had been filled in with a couple of silver pieces, as travelers frequently would have thrown in a silver piece for good luck. However, you know that right now there happens to be no silver pieces, but rather the pool is empty and filled with a variety of moss. Well, undersea slime, I guess.
Yeah. That's it for underneath the statue.
Well, the statue is broken up in bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Obviously, it did not fare well from the
From
Yeah.
sinking.
yeah.
also, let's be honest.
It was a
This
cousin.
guy was what was promoting shark hunting, and the shark feather people are fans of their. Anyway, the point I was going for was I can't imagine he was entirely popular with the shark feather tribe.
I imagine not if that was a patron deity responsible for the slaughter of its species, but we should carry on.
Well, I don't
Otherwise,
think they're sharks, but still.
I'm going to investigate the residential tavern areas, wherever that may be, or where the tavern used to be.
So the tavern used to be here. You see the very little of what remains of the Riptide Inn and Tavern. What you do remember being the tallest building on the island now appears to barely be a remnant of what it was. You can nearly make out where the open floor plan of the first floor is, just based off of your memory. It's hard to tell because half of the building is completely collapsed in, and you can only see rising 10, maybe 15 feet up off of the floor of the island is the remnants of a stairway. Searching around, I'll use that same investigation. Same investigation check. You're able to, the lot of you, I assume you're all going to be working together for this.
Mm-hmm.
The lot of you are able to kind of dig things around, and Moonsick,
Yes.
you recognize a familiar bracelet, for lack of a little word. It's a piece of jewelry that most of the time would get affixed on some dragonborn's tails.
Oh, no!
Well,
Why must you always remind me that she's dead now? But,
she's not dead. She turned into a shark body abomination and then died.
Actually, did she die?
Actually, she. Actually,
Her body
she
died.
She was the only one who survived. Didn't survive. No, she was the only one who did die. The other two were survived and came with you. But I made a note of her specifically because I thought you might want to try something or do something. But you guys actually ended up killing her first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the only one of them you killed. Was her.
Which means if there was a way of bringing her back, you guys really fucked it up.
No! No, anyway. Moonsick, is very somber in seeing this and knowing it, and picks it up and will put it in his inventory because he's probably going to end up selling it.
Probably gonna end up selling it. Give me just a
Probably gonna forget that it was from a dragonborn's tail and then just sells it and be like, yep, here's my adventure. Anyway, back to the whole searching for Lunar section.
I can't remember what her name was. I know I've heard it a dozen times, I just can't remember.
Yeah, anyway, back to
I can't
searching it.
either. She wasn't important.
Can we search around the market stall or something? Maybe they were looking
Give
for
her a
it.
second, Rocky.
So, how's the weather? Oh wait, right, it's storming. Soon.
Not yet.
Soon.
He did say soon.
He did say soon.
It is soon.
Sorry.
No worries.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm back.
Why are you
Don't
sorry
be
that
sorry
you're back? God
I'm
damn
sorry,
it.
I left. I'm back.
Guess who's back?
Okay,
Back again.
alrighty. It isn't long. Well, I guess actually I should start off. Is there anything else you would like to look for?
Also,
By the
that bracelet. Anything specific with it?
It is a silver and gold chain bracelet that is mostly used to decorate. Although it's a little tarnished now, but a little bit of TLC should do it fine. Typically, you would see those Dragonborn.
I'm gonna play a hunch. And I'm gonna call out. Hello? Is there anybody around here?
Moments pass. Stillness. It isn't long. Just a few moments. Before you see a Shogren
Oh.
Oh,
pop its head out
Hello.
before quickly disappearing.
We're not aggressive.
You may actually recognize us. We were here about a month ago.
he disappeared, right? We just got a clip of the shotgun.
Yeah, basically peeking up over the southern edge.
We're just
Uh,
looking for something that might have been lost here.
Yeah, Edward is going to keep frantically scrambling around and searching. He's going to look around in the market area, see if there's anything that my parents could have done there.
You don't see anything of value. I'm gonna keep that investigation check for this little bit.
Yeah. What's this building up here?
Which, I'm sorry, that one?
That's a
That was a
crater.
farmstead.
That was a what?
That was a farmstead.
I am
Yeah.
going to swim over to wherever I saw the Sogwin.
Down here. Off the edge of the southern edge of the isle.
Yeah, I'm gonna swim over there.
As you get closer to the edge, you feel the strong pull of the current.
I have a natural swimming speed of
I
40
understand.
feet. Would that help me?
Would that help you? Yes.
Because I am actively better at swimming than I am at walking.
It would help you.
Well,
You just swim to the edge?
Yeah.
What do you do? Okay. You feel the heavy current pull you under, and the dark water below. Perception check?
Fuck me. I do have dark vision. Perception. Fuck me! Why can't I roll this stat? I have proficiency.
yeah, but you have no wisdom.
I know. I'm a warlock. I don't make wise choices. I'm blind. I mean, my passive perception is 12 if that matters.
You just see the deep dark abyss below.
Ah, hell.
No, please don't come over here. It's really, really bad on the current.
We can't hear you, probably.
I am shouting this.
I can hear her shouted. It's fine.
Okay. Damn it.
If this is something you want to explore, you will have to go deeper. And deeper is hard. Unless you guys want to keep looking up on the surface of Palmaflora. Which is also a good possibility. Either thing works for you.
What's
Let's
this?
exhaust the surface before we decide to go
Exactly.
hard.
That's what I was thinking. Go layer by layer. What's this area?
Those were old houses.
Can we search
I
all
am
those?
gonna swim back.
Searching through the houses, you find... Actually do find something. You you find a necklace that has in the rubble, and again, it's really hard to find anything in this.
Yeah.
But you were able to move a couple of beams out of the way, and you found a dresser. And inside of one of the dresser drawers, as it kind of falls out as you pull it, is a variety of soaked clothing and a necklace covered in shark teeth and beaded with tiny shells.
Clothing?
Worth presumably about 25 gold.
Oh, that's not really helpful for my search. Still gonna pocket it though. I'm gonna.
Roll. You can spend another 10 minutes looking through to roll again. Absolutely.
How much time do we have on the helmets?
We probably spent like 5 minutes, 10 minutes here.
You've probably more like 15 or 20 minutes you spent here.
15 to
Yeah.
20.
All right.
So-
I'm going to search myself, if I
Okay.
can. That
Go
way,
ahead.
it's not his time.
Yeah.
And that's perception or investigation.
Investigation.
Natural 20!
Nice.
Ah, there's your luck.
You find two things. You find a black velvet mask stitched with silver thread,
Okay.
and a small mirror set in a painted wooden frame.
Black leather mask.
Oh, and actually, you rolled a nat 20, so you actually get 2 more. Yeah. An
Random.
embroidered silk handkerchief.
Fancy textile. The fancy textile returns.
And
Solid's lucky handkerchief. Fancy textile. We got it in session 1.
and you find a moss agate. So it's a translucent pink with mossy gray and green markings in it. It's a gemstone.
Moss agate.
Just one.
And the mirror was painted in one? In
The
what?
mirror was set in a painted wooden frame. It's a small amulet. In a
Small
painted
amulet?
wooden frame.
Alright. And do we have approximations on how much these are worth?
Each one is about the gemstone is worth 10. Each of the 3 objects, if restored to cleanliness levels appropriate, 25 apiece.
Whoa. 85. Oh.
Nice.
Still frantically scrambling around.
Prestidigitation comes in clutch again, too.
It does. But still scrambling around, Edward is going to... What is this place?
That was the tavern.
Tavern.
Oof.
There's not much else we can search. I think we've been taken. I mean, I guess if we use, like, Mage Hand and all that, I can, like, start scraping up everything from, like, the floor, right? But that's not gonna help, so... what about up
Yeah,
here?
so
What was this?
Please, just follow the Shogwen.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Alright, I'm following the side one.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
you guys make your way beneath the sunken aisle,
Wow.
and you find yourselves. Marley, go. I love you, but leave. Thank you.
If you love me,
Um, this is of course, an artistic representation of what you are actually seeing. As you sneak beneath, the rays of light get dimmer and dimmer. You find the trench that you are swimming down into has some very strong currents. I do need everybody to roll me a strength check.
oh,
Including Brian?
Check.
Not Brian.
Alright.
oh, it's this again.
Check.
Check or saving throw?
I'm gonna say check right now.
Check, guys.
What used to? Yeah. Should I roll again, or do I? Just
Alright, cool.
It's fine. It's the same modifier, I presume.
Same modifier for check and throw.
Yeah, so you're fine.
No one here has proficiency except Nemo.
Okay. Well, not surprisingly, those who struggle are the same people who struggled last time when it came to swimming.
God damn it.
What?
Yeah. Okay. You know the drill. I'm gonna pull out the coil of rope and I'm gonna tie it around my waist,
God damn it.
and then I'm gonna toss the end of the rope to the people without the exhaustion levels.
There is no
Brian,
action level.
Brian is happy here. Brian's like, what's
Brian
the
doesn't feel
problem,
it.
guys?
Well, I mean, you know, it's the current. It's always the current. I'm gonna say with like a scornful voice.
I
Do you
would
guys have
say
problems with current events?
you guys are heading down, following the current. So it's less of an issue.
Did you bring a spare helmet?
We'll take a Nemo's.
Yes, you did. You absolutely spot the spare helmet.
Brian has water breathing and Nemo has water breathing.
And Brahm left his helmet. So you guys
Brahm left.
have 3 spare helmets.
So we have 2 hours.
I would say that in this case, it is less of an issue of you gaining exhaustion levels.
Yeah.
More of you feel very out of control as you're going through.
Yeah.
You
well,
feel
there
a little
goes the-
bruised, a little battered as the waves and currents pull you one way, and you have to fight it just to stay close behind your friends.
There goes the cautious approach. I'm not feeling good, but we should probably press on.
Brian's never done this before. Oh, she's done this once before, but she's actually going to say a small prayer to Ukatoa to help protect her and her friends in the depths.
As if your prayer was answered, after just 30 or so seconds of you whispering it to Ukatoa, a Shogwin appears just outside of, just on the edge of your vision. Standing there staring at you. Trident ready.
Hello! Brian here.
It swims away.
Huh. I'm gonna attempt to follow.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose track of it, I'll locate its trident and we should be able to pinpoint its location.
You follow it down, under. It gets darker and darker as you, as the light of the sky above you starts to fade as the trench opens up and gets wider.
For those who don't have dark vision,
It's just music. Everyone else has.
We have
And then
lights.
Nemo.
Does somebody
Moonzik
have
has
lights?
Ghost Eye.
Oh yeah.
Just a Nemo.
I'm sure. Does somebody have light prepared?
Windchime does.
What?
You good?
I can cast light.
Okay.
We cannot
She said she cast
understand
light.
you.
Do me a favor, Lily. Would
Yeah.
you turn down Pancake?
Uh.
Or turn off Pancake? Or put headphones in? Try talking now. Windchime?
Yeah, no, I just had to remember how to mute Pancake.
That helped a lot.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
we can hear you. You have a wonderful voice.
Thank you.
We like hearing from you.
So what did you say?
I'll cast light.
Okay. What do you cast it on?
Name of
His face.
rippling hard abs. Or his
No,
great
I'll
sword.
do it on his hair. Actually, that makes more sense.
His hair?
Yeah,
Alright.
just make it glow.
He has a flaming mane.
Light fills the immediate area around you all. As I assume it's either Brine or Windchime who has the higher passive perception.
I have a 12. It's not me.
Me.
13.
Okay. So it's actually Edward who has the highest passive perception. You
Which is problematic. We should have somebody with a high passive perception for the love of
I have
God.
13.
yeah, 14?
No, 13. Sorry. Okay,
13.
I missed you.
Well, those with a 13. You see, the moment she casts light on Anemo's mane, there is just a couple of glimpses of eyes reflecting back at you
I'm gonna
from
quickly
various
turn around
areas.
and go, we're surrounded, don't do anything hostile.
Wasn't planning on it. Trying to make friends here. You said they were friendly.
Yes. Can do it tomorrow.
You know, with that, I'm gonna call out to the Shagwin. I'm gonna say, hello, we know you're there. We want to talk. Any response?
Not as of yet. But you hear and see the scuttling of things moving just beyond your vision.
I'm gonna turn to Brian and I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say, so remember how you said that your patrons was Ukatoa? Do you have any emblems or imagery or symbols of Ukatoa?
I mean, I have my staff, but my staff is kind of my weapon? You said don't do anything aggressive. Raising my weapon sounds like
Is it a
aggressive.
symbol of Ukatoa?
I think
Anything, your casting focus, anything that bears the symbol of Ukatoa.
so. I did flavor my staff to when I attuned to it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll raise that.
A hush seems to fill the air, well, the water around you. As you guys wait with bated breath. A familiar face
Telechai.
appears.
Honey, I'm home.
Telechai, I'm home.
Hello?
You see the Shagwin leader approach you. You see her. You see her dark green skin and red fins that emanate off of her head, protrude in forming almost what feels like a crown around her. Just her, even her appearance, without any additional like adornments on her, although she does have adornments, makes her look regal. As she approaches you with in hand the staff of retribution, the rod of retribution, actually.
Rod of the Pact-Keeper.
I'm going to step forward, with my hands up to clearly show I'm not armed. And I'm going to say, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Well, we've been told that the people would stop hunting the sharks. How has that bargain been holding up from your personal accountants of the events? Have they stopped hunting your kind?
No one has dared come near us.
Well, that's always reassuring.
Especially when you say it like that.
I hope we're not intruding.
You are welcome.
I'm new, but as I assume you can see to this group who have told me about the deal you guys made, but I've heard
Where is... She interrupts you. The talker.
Talker.
Didn't
Yes.
you guys have a bard with you earlier?
Oh, yes, that's right. There was something he had to take care of, and unfortunately, we had to part ways with him.
She swims up rather fast to you. Then why are you here? Good news? Did you kill him?
The talker? No.
No.
Who is the leader then?
That would actually be me. The ship that we took from Captain Three Earrings is still in our possession, and as of right now,
She scoffs at the name.
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
No.
No, I'm not gonna pry deeply. It's just to get the general feel of what she is thinking. She's not gonna know if I don't pry.
She appears calm, but is disgusted.
By
At the mention of the name?
Of
Yeah.
3 earrings,
Okay,
yeah. that
that's
makes
fair
sense.
enough.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I said anything, but either way, we've been going around and letting others on the islands know not to hunt your kind. We actually are down here as a bit of a search. We're looking for clues as for Edward's parents here.
I have not seen land workers.
Yeah.
I hate to interject. I'm a rather new follower of Ukatoa, and from what I've heard from my friends here, you guys follow. I was hoping for maybe some more knowledge.
After you say Ukatoa, erupting from around you, you hear you hear the Shogwen start to chant, Ukatoa, 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 Ukatoa. And she comes up to you, she says, you know of the great.
He offered me a bargain. I accepted. I do not know what I have accepted, and I do not know how to thank him for the help he has given me.
Ukato! You hear the increased chanting of them around you. You see, she gives you a sickening, what you would think is supposed to be a smile.
She's
But her
trying to
sharp-
give you a comforting smile.
She,
And instead
Uh.
rolls intimidation.
but her teeth are sharp and protruding as she rears her lips back.
I'm
Yes.
assuming general sentiment for this is that she's very pleased at the mention of the name.
Yes. She swims up to you, and her long, webbed fingers come up and they touch your face and your ears. Yes.
I'm going to do my best not to flinch.
Good.
Yeah, that's fairly okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Her hand, since she is touching me, she'd immediately recognize that my guise is an illusion.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
you're
she
right.
does. Especially because she's
Her hand
touching your
touches.
hair and your ears.
Yeah.
Go through.
And she says, "Good.
Hmm.
Come.
I pushed the button, guys. Alright, I will follow her.
The rest of you follow behind."
Yep.
Yep.
Kind of have to. She's our party member.
Split
Well,
the
you don't
party.
have
Just glitched her here.
Split the party. How much time do we have on our helmets? Helmet check.
About 15.
Ooh.
15 on the first helm, we got another helm each.
Okay. Storm's coming in about 15 minutes then, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
As you follow her, where is it? Hold on.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for... what I saw. Where did I put it? I'm so sorry. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I'll just describe it. As you enter as she takes you down in, it gets exponentially darker. Especially as she starts to
Beautiful
lead
white
you.
mane is helping
Yes.
so much.
Shining out. As she leads you into a large cavern into the side of the
Sunken Isle?
Not the sunken isle, actually. You see, I should have described this earlier. The sunken isle is affixed in the trench above you. From this vantage point, you can see the black dot, basically back mass above you of where the isle was, actively blocking what little light could come down to this area. But beyond the trench, you see extends off on either side, and you can still see the faint bits of light, which are, even based on your few minutes you've been down here, increasing in darkness. But as she takes you into this giant hole on the side of the face of the trench, there appears to be a bit of a glowing from deep inside the cavern. Something is glowing from deep inside there, and it's not an Amos hair.
Oh.
All right. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
You see, as you get closer, again, it becomes easier and easier to see as you get closer to the glowing light, as a variety of bioluminescent plants seem to be forming on the inside of the cavern. It isn't and they do start to glow in a variety of different colors, emanating this beautiful menagerie of colors and lights. I'm stopping every so often to see if there's anything you guys want to do or interact with before I continue.
I'm gonna look at Silachai and I'm gonna ask, these plants are quite beautiful. What are they?
Plants.
May I touch one?
She kind of stops and treads water where she is.
I'm gonna take that as a yes, and I'm gonna swim down to touch a plant.
Roll me a nature check.
Alright.
What are these plants? Plants.
I fucking love that answer.
9.
You touch a particularly spiny leaf. It doesn't hurt you. It just doesn't feel great.
Ah, my spine. Knee leaf.
You don't know what it is. It's glowing though, which is really cool.
Sweet.
I know what it is.
Do you have proficiency in plants?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
You see her staring at you, looking and seeing what you're trying to do.
Okay.
As you look about you, Brian, and the rest of you guys all know this, the area, the cavern starts to glow and it turns a little bit as it starts to shrink in size. But it appears these plants get denser and denser the further you go in.
Should we continue? I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we?
Suppose not.
Let's keep on going.
As you You keep following her. She doesn't say anything, just barely acknowledges your presence back, just behind her as she continues to swim forward. You guys see a couple of Shogwen pass you, giving you wide berth, sometimes stopping to watch you guys go past. Before you... Can you see this?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It is a strange sight to see in comparison to the rough cavern walls that you were experiencing before. To enter this area and just see the glowing, the light, the way that everything is reflecting. There is one bit that you notice and can feel deep within you. In the center platform, just above it, appears to be a mirrored portal that seems to be swirling just faintly with the exact reflection of what is below it. Do you understand?
Check I can make or know whether or not it's like some sort of like, you know, rift or portal to another dimension or another place.
Roll me an Arcana check.
I don't get advantage because I'm stupid and I popped a detect dots, which drops concentration on enhance ability because I'm stupid. So that is a normal Arcana roll.
It's pretty easy to gather that this is a portal to somewhere. You're not sure where, but it is a portal to somewhere.
And I'm gonna ask Ukatoa. Sorry, not Ukatoa. I'm gonna ask Salachai, and I'm gonna say, "How did you get this portal? What is this thing?" I'm gonna say it loud.
Ukatoa, Ukatoa, Ukatoa.
Go through the bubble. Go through the portal. Find out information, right?
What is this?
It's really cool is what it is. Let's go. Plus, you were looking into portals, right?
I think this is what we might be searching for.
Right? You were looking for portals.
I thought
We were.
I thought you were
I'm
looking
gonna
for
like step
information for your
closer to the
parents.
portal, and I'm gonna like have detect dots see if Salachai is like opposed or doesn't want me to be near that thing.
So as you start to approach the portal, are you
Yeah.
walking past her?
Yeah.
Or swimming past her?
Well, I'm like going towards the portal, and then I'm sort of gauging her to see whether or not she like is.
You
Like,
get the
you know,
sense
walk-
she doesn't like you passing her.
Yeah, I'm not
Good
going to.
enough.
Yeah. If she's dissatisfied, I'm gonna stop. So it looks like I'm just stepping forward, and I'm gonna say, "How did you get this thing? What is this?"
To city. Big city.
Will my friends be able to breathe?
She looks at you. Probably not. Landwalkers require only pockets, maybe.
Are there rare pockets?
Maybe. Might find, might not.
Well, that sounds promising. I'm in.
No in, only outs. Look, Ukatoa. Only. Not you, Ukatoa, around.
What was that last word?
Around. See, worship here. Worship mortal Ukatoa.
Assuming that's the world where Ukatoa is treated. I'm gonna whisper that to
No. Oh, I'm saying that aloud.
Oh wait, never mind.
No, just say it out loud, man.
Yeah,
No.
is that the word?
Ukatoa. No. Ukatoa trapped. Chains pulling him down.
So
Is
what should we
Ukatoa
do?
trapped in here?
No. Here. Bring the orbs for Ukatoa.
Here we bring the orbs for Ukatoa.
And worship Ukatoa.
I see.
You guys are starting to run out of breath. You can feel the air in your helmets getting thinner and harder to breathe.
Yep.
I don't suppose we should start switching back to the other helmet.
Let's
I'm
Okay.
gonna like turn the wounds again, Windchime.
let's do it.
We're gonna do a quick hot swap of our helmets.
Hold breath, hot swap.
Hold breath, hot swap. Oof.
Landwalkers need air to breathe. Inferior.
One way to look at it.
I'm also a Landwalker.
No. You are child.
Child of Ukatoa, I would assume.
Brian's... How old did I make Brian?
You said she was in her early 20s.
Oh, so very young for an elf.
Well, not like the
Elves don't reach
equivalent of
maturity
you
until,
actually.
like, around.
Actually, you've spent approximately 4 or so years at university. You've had plenty of time as an adolescent Eladrin to get yourself into trouble.
Yeah, but I did set my age at
And elves just
24.
mature slower. Half elves mature at the same rate as humans.
Right,
Elves
so
mature
I
way
should
slower.
I should be older than that. I should be older than 24. 24 was human
24
years.
is like infancy.
22 is equivalent, right? We're talking about
24 equivalent.
you're
so,
in your young adult life.
so young adult life is usually like 50 to 60 for an elf.
You're
so
right.
I'm gonna go 60. No, as young as I can, so 54. We'll do that. I'd say I'm 24
You are
though, 'cause,
child.
like,
You are
How?
child.
how old are you?
She kind of looks at you and like, age is a number.
Mm.
No
enough.
idea.
True enough, fair enough.
Strength. Strength in will, strength in arm. That is age. You are child. You see, like, when she's looking at you,
Mm-hmm.
it's not meant to be
Offensive.
Derogatory.
offensive, right? It's
Mhm.
actually an honor, right? Because you
Mhm.
are a worshiper of Ukatoa.
Right.
And you definitely don't need anything to roll anything to know that.
Alright. Well, thank you for showing me this place.
Yes.
My, inferior friends, I don't want them trapped down here. They're important to me. And I think with the help they've given you, useful to you, yes?
Yes.
Would you mind helping us to the surface? We believe there may be a storm.
Yes. Bring orbs here
If I find
for
any, I will.
Ukatoa.
If I find any, I will. Thank you.
Yes. And you see her say something, and what you assume is Shagwin. And
Wait a second.
Yeah, you get like speech with creatures that are considered beasts.
I should
Shogwen
be
beast.
able to. I believe I might be able to understand
Any
them.
sea creature that's considered a beast, that's aquatic.
Oh.
they're actually considered humanoid.
I know, but I'm looking for. It's any creature fully submerged, but it's at 6th level, so I don't understand.
Okay.
levels.
But it's any creature that is fully submerged. I can understand their speech and they can understand mine, but I don't understand that yet. I don't know why it's capped behind 6th level, but whatever.
I don't know, but if you get you can get a discount comprehend language / tongues if you have create
exactly.
water in a large container.
Yep.
That's just me.
Yes, let's have our conversation underwater.
Yeah, just step into this
my friend
chamber.
who can't breathe. What the fuck, man?
You have a breathing helmet, you know.
True. Anyway.
We could talk to him for an hour.
Anyway.
So she waves her hand, says something, and you see a couple of people, Shogwen, riding on the backs of sharks, a couple of hammerhead sharks.
That is incredibly cool.
Affixed to them is like saddles, and you see like stirrups, so like they can rein.
Brian is going to say that is incredibly cool. Is there any chance I could get one if I trained hard enough?
Well, a persuasion check.
Yes.
What's Salachai thinking as Brian is asking this?
It depends on the persuasion check.
I mean, 16's pretty good.
16 is not bad.
Maybe. You see, you get the sense of amusement.
I do indeed tend to be amusing.
Alrighty. Each of you gets put on a back of a shark,
Cool.
riding behind Shogwen.
Shog Rider.
As you all are taken back up to the surface. Immediately upon exiting the cavern, you know, before we leave the cavern, I'm sorry, my computer just turned off for some reason. But before leaving the cavern, from your distance, I assume, Edward, you're going to make some sort of Arcana check.
Most definitely.
Do so.
Now?
Yeah, make your Arcana check.
12.
12?
May I guide him if I know we're doing this?
You've been kind of preoccupied with everything that's
Fair
going
enough.
on with Salachai, so you're not. Yeah.
Fair enough.
He's just trying to catch a glimpse on his way out.
I don't think a 12 beats whatever it is.
No. But you do know seems to be some sort of portal. The mirrored glass effect of it, with the gentle swirls that look almost like waves, is very interesting. And you would love to be able to examine it closer. Or even possibly see what's on the other side. But with that, you guys are ported all the way back up to the surface,
I don't
where
think it's too late to say, like, enhanced ability would have already made the roll, right? So no.
you already made the roll, so no.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, I wish I rolled high numbers on Portent, but I only rolled really low,
Oh,
which is
well.
good for any other scenario that is in combat. Which is useless for any scenario that is in combat.
as you are ported back up to the surface, each of you feels the pull and tug of the beast underneath you, as these hammerhead sharks make their way back up through. Immediately upon exiting the cavern, you notice the ocean is dark, and as you approach the surface, you hear the static of rain. But pulling you guys directly to your ship, you are able to board with a kind of wide eyes given to you by Dejarkle, who has been keeping a very close watch, looking for you guys, especially once it hit the hour mark.
Yeah.
The rain is pounding. I actually have as you guys make your way onto the ship.
That was quite an experience. We found a portal. I don't know what it is or where it goes. But it's a portal.
You found a portal and some shogwen.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it seems that the people stopped hunting them, so at least our end of the bargain was kept and we weren't executed on the spot. It would have been really awkward if we were sent down there and they reported that their people kept getting killed. That would be a very, very difficult situation to talk ourselves out of.
Yeah, I would assume so. I really don't want to be out in the rain anymore. The
Yeah, we
ship
should
is...
go.
Yeah, okay. As you guys all enter in to wait out the storm inside the cabin. Thank you guys very much for this long episode.
Oh, yeah.
Went a little bit over time.
That was
That's
so cool! That was so cool!
We
Very
run
cool.
sharks. We're
Very
shark riders.
overtime.
Also,
But-
that entire thing was hinged on one roll. And, well,
Yeah.
One roll?
okay, it wasn't one roll, but you get
Okay,
the point.
anyway.
At 12.
Alright. And with that, this will be the end of this video. For those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. We'll be doing this every Monday from starting at 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern Time, PM. I'll be...
TV/frigid_Hyperion.
Yep, if you want to come watch live, that link is twitch.tv/frigidhyperion. I'll put it in the description of this video, as well as my other videos as well. Go check out the Wildemount campaign I have on playlist now on YouTube. Leave a like, give a comment, subscribe if you like. And with that, I hope you all have a lovely night.